Range 999, the deranged Filipino rapper, at least autotune rapper, sounds like autotune anyways, has been sentenced for the murder of the US citizen named Michael, but called Mike by friends. So, it finally happened, and in true Philippine style, after the initial blasting in the news about this huge case where this semi-famous, I assume is the right word for it, rapper, Filipino rapper, Range 999, who shot and killed Michael, or as most people call him Mike, so we just call him Mike for the rest of this video. And then you hear nothing. This is completely normal in this country, and even the sentencing, I wouldn't be aware of that he have been sentenced if it wasn't for the fact that I just happened to see it in his memorial page that his sister created. So she says that justice have been served, and I'm gonna come back to that a little bit later, and might be so, might not be. Let's talk a little bit more about all of the news outlets that have covered this, which is zero. It's very crazy because this is kind of a huge deal, but no news outlets in Philippines or in Cebu at all. I can't find any news about it. I haven't been able to find any news since the whole thing happened. And it's just so crazy to me. Anyways, that's how it works here in the Philippines. Once it fades out, you never hear anything more about it. A lot of people actually assume that Range would be out of jail or something by now. Nobody really knew anything until this little update. And I saw that, and I saw a TikTok about it, and that's about it. Nothing else. Nothing else. There we have Luna. Luna! Hey baby! And puppies. We're gonna give one of them away later. So, it's not all our dogs, guys. 3 dogs is ours. That's enough. Yeah, that's enough. Oh, you're hugging girls. These are very different. They're not from the same litter, huh? But they're friends. See there. They're so good friends. Yeah. Some comes into the world, some people or some beings leaving the world. That is the life we're living. It is Mother Earth. It is where we are. You're all here now? You're all here now? My goodness, too many of you, huh? You're too many. You're too many. I covered this case since the very beginning, because while we weren't best friends, we were friends. We met, we hang out together, and boy oh boy did that backfire for a while. Holy crap, people are crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean proper crazy. I would never assume that, so I made my first video about it, condolences about his death. And in return I got so much hate for making a video about it, for promoting myself on my YouTube channel for that, and Jesus Christ, that video until today it has maybe made $50. It's not like we make any money off that shit. And as I explained to everybody, we have spent a whole lot more money than those $50 that I might have made on that video. Because his family, his mama, and I don't know who else around her, but especially her mama, didn't want anything to do with the Philippine girl he was hanging with. She wanted nothing to do with her at all. And she was left behind. She's I don't remember exactly where she's from, but I think it's from Mindanao and in the little bit worse part of Mindanao. So she was left to fend for herself, completely broke, nowhere to go, no experience with any of this kind of stuff. So me and Jessa, we paid for flights to Manila to go home to her village. We took her in. I think she lived with us for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, I don't remember, it's a long time ago now. And we took care of her. And we found her a job. We rented her a place to live, paid a couple of months of rent and deposit. And let her have a chance at a better life. She grabbed that chance, and if I'm not mistaken, she's living her best life in Manila these days. So we just helped her. We did something something I am advocating for, something I like to do for people. I don't like to help people out all the time, because you give them short-term help, they just mess up again for whatever reason why they needed help to begin with. So I help them to help themselves, and you either grab the chance or you don't. Up to you. I give you the tools to succeed, and if you don't, that's not on me. At least I gave you a chance. Pretty much like we're doing with these puppies. These are all rescue dogs that we rescue from sacks along the way, thrown away like garbage, and we find them new homes. That's why there's so many puppies around. This one is ours, this one is ours, and we're gonna have 3, so it's gonna be one more. We unfortunately had one dog die on us. At least we think she's dead. That is an entirely different video, not for this one. But yeah, come on, be kind, be kind. And that one over there, oh my goodness, this one, we had to come back, I think it was 4 times before we got you, because you were so scared and far down. You're hiding away from us because you didn't want. So this one is sisters with these 2, and the other one is striped like that. Oh, she's around here somewhere. There she is. That's the 4th one. There was 4 of those. And then there were these 2 here, but we're giving away one of them. This is, by the way, just me walking and talking around my land here in Ronda. A little bit, it's 25 minutes from here and then to Blue Mall, as we call the first Casano Mall in Melbourne. This is my view this way. This is my view that way. This is where we're gonna have a house soon enough. This is our temporary shack and future laundry room, and rip away the above walls there and balcony. Comes up a terrace here very soon. And a fence around the whole property also comes up very soon. That is just a starter change. Here is the main building. Anyways, so we helped out her because unfortunately the family of Mike, I don't know if the mama decided all of that, but they even wanted me to take down videos talking about it. So I have the whole series of videos from this happened. Find it on my website earthoftomorrow.com. You also find them on YouTube if you're searching for it, but maybe easier to find it on earthoftomorrow.com. Just go to Life in the Philippines, I assume, and since the last video is now in 2025, all 4 of them will be in an article there, or just Google Mike or Michael on my website, once again, earthoftomorrow.com. And you will get the whole spiel there from start to finish with how people treated me after I made that first video and my reply to that, and also how people treated Michael online, because blaming Michael was to blame because he was going to wash the car and ripping up the door, but that was not until the car tried to drive him over like 3 or 4 times first. The video is online, and then there was like, yeah, that the range was only looking out for some girl or girls, that he was being rude to them and stuff like that. And if you see another video that was going online at that time, that was Michael being incredibly polite. And the true story is more in the lines that Range looks like a little boy, and his friends behaved. Oh, come on, be careful, huh? Yeah, be careful, huh? And his friends, they looked and behaved like little boys, being like 5, 6, 7 people attacking one former US Marine with personal issues from being in a, I don't know if it was a Marine, he was US military, and he was an ex-MMA fighter. And when Mike finally had enough, the little punk got scared and shot him. Because if he wouldn't have shot him, he would have been beaten senseless. And that would have been well fitted, because he tried to drive over him with a car 3 times, 4 times, I don't remember. It's a long time ago. So for the sentencing, life in jail. Oh yeah, life in jail. Lifetime served in Philippine jail. And while he might still have some money from his so-called music career, still, I don't know if he do, but if he does, when he runs out, the jail is gonna be a very, very different place for him to be for the rest of his life. You don't want to spend the rest of your life in a Philippine jail, especially if you're broke. So who to say that since all of this is just going away, and maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, maybe that boy is out, been able to pay himself out from the situation, whatever, I don't know. Hopefully not. Could possibly happen. I don't really know if it is possible. But being into a few, checking up, investigating a little bit in a few pretty high profile cases in the Philippines now, with one being a South African scammer, I think it is, scamming 50 million pesos or 100 million pesos. It's different numbers, but the money is big. Friends of us has been scammed. Talk about that too. It's the Orange County, I think that's the name of its company. That's in the Maguette there. House construction scam, I guess. It would be best fitting to explain what it is. But anyway, I have some updates about that at some point too. Not really an update, but closing from me, since lack of updates after the initial start of the case, where it was really seemed to be big, but then for some reason everything just quieted down. It seems to be always happening here in the Philippines. Anyways, for me, I live a quiet, peaceful life. So for me, I'm not all of that stuff doesn't really happen. It's, if you rely too much on people, you're not there yourself and building stuff, you demand too high quality compared to what you pay for it. If you're here for the wrong reasons, I guess you can get into trouble. For me, I've been here 7 years pretty much trouble-free. So there's that. Anyways, I really hope this is lasting, that Range 999 actually stays in jail, that he runs out of money and suffer the consequences of his acts that night, that one fatal night that ended Mike's life. And on that bombshell, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. If you liked it, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell for notifications when new content is up. Follow me on Facebook, and if you like my content, take the time to like, share and comment on my videos on YouTube and Facebook for that algorithm feeding. It helps me out a bunch. Also, take advantage of my 100% free website, earthoftomorrow.com.